بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate.
اقترب للناس حسابهم وهم في غفلة معرضون.
The time of people's reckoning has drawn near, and yet they turn aside in heedlessness.
ما يأتيهم من ذكر من ربهم محدث إلا استمعوه وهم يلعبون.
Whenever any fresh admonition comes to them from their Lord, they barely heed it and remain immersed in play.
لاهية قلوبهم وأسروا النجوى الذين ظلموا هل هذا إلا بشر مثلكم أفتأتون السحر وأنتم تبصرون.
Their hearts being set on other concerns. The wrongdoers whisper to one another, "This person is no more than a mortal like yourselves. Will you then be enchanted by sorcery while you see?"
قال ربي يعلم القول في السماء والأرض وهو السميع العليم.
He said, "My Lord knows well all that is spoken in the heavens and the earth. He is all-hearing, all-knowing."
بل قالوا أضغاث أحلام بل افتراه بل هو شاعر فليأتنا بآية كما أرسل الأولون.
They say, "Nay, these are confused dreams. Nay, he has forged it. Nay, he is a poet. So let him bring us a sign, even as the messengers of the past were sent with signs."
ما آمنت قبلهم من قرية أهلكناها أفهم يؤمنون.
Not one township that we destroyed before them believed. Would they then believe?
وما أرسلنا قبلك إلا رجالا نوحي إليهم فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون.
O Muhammad, even before you we never sent any other than human beings as messengers, and to them we sent revelations. Ask the people of the book if you do not know.
وما جعلناهم جسدا لا يأكلون الطعام وما كانوا خالدين.
We did not endow the messengers with bodies that would need no food, nor were they immortals.
ثم صدقناهم الوعد فأنجيناهم ومن نشاء وأهلكنا المسرفين.
Then we fulfilled the promise we had made to them. We rescued them and those whom we wished, and we destroyed those who exceeded all bounds.
لقد أنزلنا إليكم كتابا فيه ذكركم أفلا تعقلون.
We have bestowed upon you a book that mentions you. Do you not understand?
وكم قصمنا من قرية كانت ظالمة وأنشأنا بعدها قوما آخرين.
How many a wrongdoing town did we shatter and then raise up another people.
فلما أحسوا بأسنا إذا هم منها يركضون.
Then when they perceived our chastisement, they took to their heels and fled.
لا تركضوا وارجعوا إلى ما أترفتم فيه ومساكنكم لعلكم تسألون.
They were told, "Flee not, but return to your comforts and to your dwellings. You are likely to be questioned."
قالوا يا ويلنا إنا كنا ظالمين.
They said, "Woe to us! Surely we were wrongdoers."
فما زالت تلك دعواهم حتى جعلناهم حصيدا خامدين.
They did not cease to cry this until we reduced them to stubble, still and silent.
وما خلقنا السماء والأرض وما بينهما لاعبين.
We did not create in sport the heavens and the earth and all that lies between the two.
لو أردنا أن نتخذ لهوا لاتخذناه من لدنا إن كنا فاعلين.
Had it been our will to find a pastime, we would have found one near at hand, if at all we were inclined to do so.
بل نقذف بالحق على الباطل فيدمغه فإذا هو زاهق ولكم الويل مما تصفون.
Nay, we hurl the truth at falsehood, so that the truth crushes falsehood, and lo, it vanishes. Woe to you for what you utter.
وله من في السماوات والأرض ومن عنده لا يستكبرون عن عبادته ولا يستحسرون.
To him belongs whosoever dwells in the heavens and on earth. Those angels that are with him neither disdain to serve him out of pride, nor do they weary of it.
يسبحون الليل والنهار لا يفترون.
They glorify him night and day without flagging.
أم اتخذوا آلهة من الأرض هم ينشرون.
Have they taken earthly gods who are such that they raise up the dead to life?
لو كان فيهما آلهة إلا الله لفسدتا فسبحان الله رب العرش عما يصفون.
Had there been any gods in the heavens and the earth apart from Allah, the order of both the heavens and the earth would have gone to ruins. Glory be to Allah, the Lord of the throne, who is far above their false descriptions of him.
لا يسأل عما يفعل وهم يسألون.
None shall question him about what he does, but they shall be questioned.
أم اتخذوا من دونه آلهة قل هاتوا برهانكم هذا ذكر من معي وذكر من قبلي بل أكثرهم لا يعلمون الحق فهم معرضون.
Have they taken gods other than him? Say, O Muhammad, bring forth your proof. Here is the book with admonition for those of my time, and there are also scriptures with admonition for people before me. But most people do not know the truth, and have therefore turned away from it.
وما أرسلنا من قبلك من رسول إلا نوحي إليه أنه لا إله إلا أنا فاعبدون.
Never did we send any messenger before you to whom we did not reveal. There's no God but me, so serve me alone.
وقالوا اتخذ الرحمن ولدا سبحانه بل عباد مكرمون.
They say, the most compassionate Lord has taken to himself a son. Glory be to him. Those whom they so designate are only his honored servants.
لا يسبقونه بالقول وهم بأمره يعملون.
They do not outstrip him in speech and only act as he commands.
يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يشفعون إلا لمن ارتضى وهم من خشيته مشفقون.
He knows whatever is before them and whatsoever is remote from them, and they do not intercede except for him, intercession on whose behalf pleases him, and they stand constantly in awe of him.
ومن يقل منهم إني إله من دونه فذلك نجزيه جهنم كذلك نجزي الظالمين.
And if any one of them were to claim, indeed, I am a God apart from him, we shall recompense him with hell. Thus do we recompense the wrongdoers.
أولم ير الذين كفروا أن السماوات والأرض كانتا رتقا ففتقناهما وجعلنا من الماء كل شيء حي أفلا يؤمنون.
Did the unbelievers who do not accept the teaching of the Prophet not realize that the heavens and the earth were one solid mass? Then we tore them apart, and we made every living being out of water. Will they then not believe that we created all this?
وجعلنا في الأرض رواسي أن تميد بهم وجعلنا فيها فجاجا سبلا لعلهم يهتدون.
And we placed firm mountains on earth, lest it should sway with them, and we made wide paths in them, that they may find their way.
وجعلنا السماء سقفا محفوظا وهم عن آياتها معرضون.
And we made the sky a secure canopy, and yet they turn away from these signs.
وهو الذي خلق الليل والنهار والشمس والقمر كل في فلك يسبحون.
It is he who created the night and the day, and the sun and the moon. Each of them is floating in its orbit.
وما جعلنا لبشر من قبلك الخلد أفإن مت فهم الخالدون.
O Muhammad, we did not grant everlasting life to any human being even before you. If you were to die, will they live forever?
كل نفس ذائقة الموت ونبلوكم بالشر والخير فتنة وإلينا ترجعون.
Every living being shall taste death, and we shall subject you to ill and good by way of trial, and to us shall all of you be eventually sent back.
وَإِذَا رَآكَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِن يَتَّخِذُونَكَ إِلَّا هُزُوًا أَهَذَا الَّذِي يَذْكُرُ آلِهَتَكُمْ وَهُمْ بِذِكْرِ الرَّحْمَنِ هُمْ كَافِرُونَ.
When the unbelievers see you, they make you an object of fun, saying, "Is he the one who mentions your gods?" They say so, and yet they reject with disdain the very mention of the most compassionate Lord.
خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ مِنْ عَجَلٍ سأريكم آياتي فلا تستعجلون.
Man is hasty by nature. I shall certainly show you my signs. Do not ask me to be hasty.
ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين.
They say, tell us, when will the threat of punishment come to pass if you are truthful?
لو يعلم الذين كفروا حين لا يكفون عن وجوههم النار ولا عن ظهورهم. لو يعلم الذين كفروا حين لا يكفون عن وجوههم النار ولا عن ظهورهم ولا هم ينصرون.
If only the unbelievers knew of the hour when they shall not be able to keep off the fire from their faces, nor from their backs, nor shall they be helped.
بل تأتيهم بغتة فتبهتهم فلا يستطيعون ردها ولا هم ينظرون.
That will suddenly come upon them and stupefy them. They shall not be able to ward it off, nor shall they be granted any respite.
وَلَقَدِ اسْتُهْزِئَ بِرُسُلٍ مِّن قَبْلِكَ فَحَاقَ بِالَّذِينَ سَخِرُوا مِنْهُم مَّا كَانُوا بِهِ يَسْتَهْزِئُونَ.
Other messengers before you were also mocked, but those who scoffed at the messengers were overtaken by the same scourge that they had scoffed at.
قُلْ مَن يَكْلَؤُكُم بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ مِنَ الرَّحْمَنِ بَلْ هُمْ عَن ذِكْرِ رَبِّهِم مُّعْرِضُونَ.
Tell them, O Muhammad, who protects you during the night or the day from the most compassionate Lord, and yet they turn away from the admonition of their Lord.
أَمْ لَهُمْ آلِهَةٌ تَمْنَعُهُم مِّن دُونِنَا لَا يَسْتَطِيعُونَ نَصْرَ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَا هُم مِّنَّا يُصْحَبُونَ.
Do they have any gods who would protect them against us? They have no power even to help themselves, nor do they enjoy our support.
بل متعنا هؤلاء وآباءهم حتى طال عليهم العمر أفلا يرون أنا نأتي الأرض ننقصها من أطرافها أفهم الغالبون.
Nay, we generously provided them and their fathers, and they enjoyed our provision for long. Do they not see that we are now advancing into their territory, diminishing it from different sides? Is it they then who will triumph?
قل إنما أنذركم بالوحي ولا يسمع الصم الدعاء إذا ما ينذرون.
Tell them, I only warn you by the revelation, but the deaf do not hear the cry when they are warned.
وَلَئِن مَّسَّتْهُمْ نَفْحَةٌ مِّنْ عَذَابِ رَبِّكَ لَيَقُولُنَّ يَا وَيْلَنَا إِنَّا كُنَّا ظَالِمِينَ.
Were only the slightest whiff from your Lord's punishment to touch them, they would cry out, Woe to us! We were indeed wrongdoers.
وَنَضَعُ الْمَوَازِينَ الْقِسْطَ لِيَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ فَلَا تُظْلَمُ نَفْسٌ شَيْئًا وإن كان مثقال حبة من خردل أتينا بها وكفى بنا حاسبين.
We shall set up just scales on the day of resurrection, so that none will be wronged in the least. We shall bring forth the acts of everyone, even if it be the weight of a grain of mustard seed. We shall suffice as reckoners.
ولقد آتينا موسى وهارون الفرقان وضياء وذكرا للمتقين.
Surely we had granted to Moses and Aaron the criterion between right and wrong, and light and admonition for the good of the God-fearing.
الذين يخشون ربهم بالغيب وهم من الساعة مشفقون.
For those who fear their Lord without seeing him and dread the hour of reckoning.
وهذا ذكر مبارك أنزلناه أفأنتم له منكرون.
This is a blessed admonition that we have revealed. Are you then going to reject it?
وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا إِبْرَاهِيمَ رُشْدَهُ مِنْ قَبْلُ وَكُنَّا بِهِ عَالِمِينَ.
Surely we had bestowed wisdom upon Abraham even earlier, and we knew him well.
إذ قال لأبيه وقومه ما هذه التماثيل التي أنتم لها عاكفون.
Recall when he said to his father and his people, "What are these images to which you are devoutly clinging?"
قالوا وجدنا آباءنا لها عابدين.
They answered, "We found our fathers worshipping them."
قال لقد كنتم أنتم وآباؤكم في ضلال مبين.
He said, "Certainly you and your fathers have all been in manifest error."
قالوا أجئتنا بالحق أم أنت من اللاعبين.
They said, "Are you expressing your true ideas before us, or are you jesting?"
قال بل ربكم رب السماوات والأرض الذي فطرهن وأنا على ذلكم من الشاهدين.
He said, "Nay, but your Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth, which he created, and to that I bear witness before you."
وتالله لأكيدن أصنامكم بعد أن تولوا مدبرين.
By Allah, I shall certainly carry out my plan against your gods after you're gone.
فجعلهم جذاذا إلا كبيرا لهم لعلهم إليه يرجعون.
Then he broke them all into pieces, sparing only the supreme one among them, that they may possibly return to him.
قالوا من فعل هذا بآلهتنا إنه لمن الظالمين.
When they saw the idols in this state, they said, "Who has done this to our gods? Surely he is one of the wrongdoers."
قالوا سمعنا فتى يذكرهم يقال له إبراهيم.
Some of them said, "We heard a youth called Abraham speak ill of them."
قالوا فأتوا به على أعين الناس لعلهم يشهدون.
The others said, "Bring him then before the eyes of the people, that they may see what will be done to him."
قالوا أنت فعلت هذا بآلهتنا يا إبراهيم.
On Abraham's arrival, they said, Abraham, are you he who has done this to our gods?
قال بل فعله كبيرهم هذا فاسألوهم إن كانوا ينطقون.
He answered, Rather it was the Supreme One who has done it, so ask them if they can speak.
فرجعوا إلى أنفسهم فقالوا إنكم أنتم الظالمون.
Thereupon they turned to their inner selves and said to themselves, Surely it is you who are the wrongdoers.
ثم نكسوا على رؤوسهم لقد علمت ما هؤلاء ينطقون.
Then their minds were turned upside down, and they said, You know well that they do not speak.
قال أفتعبدون من دون الله ما لا ينفعكم شيئا ولا يضركم.
Abraham said, Do you then worship beside Allah a thing that can neither benefit you nor hurt you?
أُفٍّ لكم ولما تعبدون من دون الله أفلا تعقلون.
Fie upon you and upon all that you worship beside Allah. Do you have no sense?
قالوا حرقوه وانصروا آلهتكم إن كنتم فاعلين.
They said, Burn him and come to the support of your gods if you are going to do anything.
قلنا يا نار كوني بردا وسلاما على إبراهيم.
We said, O fire, become coolness and safety for Abraham.
وأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأخسرين.
They had sought to do evil to him, but we caused them to be the worst losers.
ونجيناه ولوطا إلى الأرض التي باركنا فيها للعالمين.
And we saved him and Lot, and brought him to the land upon which we had bestowed our blessings for all the people of the world.
ووهبنا له إسحاق ويعقوب نافلة وكلا جعلنا صالحين.
And we bestowed upon him Isaac and Jacob as an additional gift, making each of them righteous.
وجعلناهم أئمة يهدون بأمرنا وأوحينا إليهم فعل الخيرات وإقام الصلاة وإيتاء الزكاة وكانوا لنا عابدين.
And we made them into leaders to guide people in accordance with our command, and we inspired them to good works and to establish prayers and to give zakah. They worshipped us alone.
وَلُوطًا آتَيْنَاهُ حُكْمًا وَعِلْمًا وَنَجَّيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْقَرْيَةِ الَّتِي كَانَتْ تَعْمَلُ الْخَبَائِثَ إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا قَوْمَ سَوْءٍ فَاسِقِينَ.
We bestowed upon Lot sound judgment and knowledge, and we delivered him from the city that was immersed in foul deeds. They were indeed a wicked people, exceedingly disobedient.
وَأَدْخَلْنَاهُ فِي رَحْمَتِنَا إِنَّهُ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ.
And we admitted him into our mercy. Verily, he was of the righteous.
ونوحا إذ نادى من قبل فاستجبنا له فنجيناه وأهله من الكرب العظيم.
We bestowed the same favor upon Noah. Recall when he cried to us before. We accepted his prayer and delivered him and his household from the great distress.
ونصرناه من القوم الذين كذبوا بآياتنا إنهم كانوا قوم سوء فأغرقناهم أجمعين.
And we helped him against a people who rejected our signs as false. They were indeed an evil people, and so we drowned them all.
وداود وسليمان إذ يحكمان في الحرث إذ نفشت فيه غنم القوم وكنا لحكمهم شاهدين.
We bestowed the same favor upon David and Solomon. Recall when they gave judgment regarding a tillage into which the sheep of some people had strayed at night, and we were witness to their judgment.
فَفَهَّمْنَاهَا سُلَيْمَانَ وَكُلًّا آتَيْنَا حُكْمًا وَعِلْمًا وَسَخَّرْنَا مَعَ دَاوُودَ الْجِبَالَ يُسَبِّحْنَ وَالطَّيْرَ وَكُنَّا فَاعِلِينَ.
We guided Solomon to the right verdict, and we had granted each of them judgment and knowledge. We made the mountains and the birds celebrate the praise of Allah with David. It was we who did all this.
وَعَلَّمْنَاهُ صَنْعَةَ لَبُوسٍ لَكُمْ لِتُحْصِنَكُمْ مِنْ بَأْسِكُمْ فَهَلْ أَنْتُمْ شَاكِرُونَ.
It was we who taught him the art of making coats of mail for your benefit, so that it may protect you from each other's violence. Do you then give thanks?
وَلِسُلَيْمَانَ الرِّيحَ عَاصِفَةً تَجْرِي بِأَمْرِهِ إِلَى الْأَرْضِ الَّتِي بَارَكْنَا فِيهَا وَكُنَّا بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَالِمِينَ.
And we subdued the strongly raging wind to Solomon, which blew at his bidding towards the land. We blessed. We know everything.
وَمِنَ الشَّيَاطِينِ مَن يَغُوصُونَ لَهُ وَيَعْمَلُونَ عَمَلًا دُونَ ذَلِكَ وَكُنَّا لَهُمْ حَافِظِينَ.
And we subdued many devils who dived into the sea for him and carried out other jobs besides that. We kept watch over all of them.
وَأَيُّوبَ إِذْ نَادَى رَبَّهُ أَنِّي مَسَّنِيَ الضُّرُّ وَأَنْتَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ.
We bestowed the same wisdom, judgment, and knowledge upon Job. Recall when he cried to his Lord, "Behold, disease has struck me, and you are the most merciful of those that are merciful."
فَاسْتَجَبْنَا لَهُ فَكَشَفْنَا مَا بِهِ مِنْ ضُرٍّ وَآتَيْنَاهُ أَهْلَهُ وَمِثْلَهُم مَّعَهُمْ رَحْمَةً مِّنْ عِندِنَا وَذِكْرَى لِلْعَابِدِينَ.
We accepted his prayer and removed the affliction from him, and we not only restored to him his family, but as many more with them as a mercy from us, and as a lesson to the worshippers.
وَإِسْمَاعِيلَ وَإِدْرِيسَ وَذَا الْكِفْلِ كُلٌّ مِّنَ الصَّابِرِينَ.
And we bestowed the same favor upon Ishmael, Idris, and Dhul-Kifl, for they were all steadfast.
وَأَدْخَلْنَاهُمْ فِي رَحْمَتِنَا إِنَّهُمْ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ.
and we admitted them into our mercy, for they were of the righteous.
وذا النون إذ ذهب مغاضبا فظن أن لن نقدر عليه فنادى في الظلمات أن لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين.
And we bestowed our favor upon the noon. Recall when he went forth enraged, thinking we have no power to take him to task? Eventually he cried out in the darkness, "There is no God but you. Glory be to you. I have done wrong."
فاستجبنا له ونجيناه من الغم وكذلك ننجي المؤمنين.
Thereupon we accepted his prayer and rescued him from grief. Thus do we rescue the believers.
وزكريا إذ نادى ربه رب لا تذرني فردا وأنت خير الوارثين.
And we bestowed favor upon Zechariah when he cried to his Lord, "Lord, leave me not solitary without any issue. You are the best inheritor."
فاستجبنا له ووهبنا له يحيى وأصلحنا له زوجه إنهم كانوا يسارعون في الخيرات ويدعوننا رغبا ورهبا وكانوا لنا خاشعين.
So we accepted his prayer and bestowed upon him John, and we made his wife fit to bear a child. Verily, they hastened in doing good works and called upon us with longing and fear, and humbled themselves to us.
والتي أحصنت فرجها فنفخنا فيها من روحنا وجعلناها وابنها آية للعالمين.
And also recall the woman who guarded her chastity. We breathed into her of our spirit and made her and her son a sign to the whole world.
إن هذه أمتكم أمة واحدة وأنا ربكم فاعبدون.
Verily, this community of yours is a single community, and I am your Lord, so worship me.
وتقطعوا أمرهم بينهم كل إلينا راجعون.
But they tore asunder their faith into many parts, but to us they are bound to return.
فمن يعمل من الصالحات وهو مؤمن فلا كفران لسعيه وإنا له كاتبون.
Then whosoever does righteous works while believing, his striving will not go unappreciated. We record them all for him.
وحرام على قرية أهلكناها أنهم لا يرجعون.
It has been ordained against every town that we ever destroyed that they shall not return to enjoy a new lease of life.
حتى إذا فتحت يأجوج ومأجوج وهم من كل حدب ينسلون.
Until Gog and Magog are let loose and begin swooping from every mound.
واقترب الوعد الحق فإذا هي شاخصة أبصار الذين كفروا يا ويلنا قد كنا في غفلة من هذا بل كنا ظالمين.
And the time for the fulfillment of the true promise of Allah draws near, whereupon the eyes of those who disbelieved will stare in fear, and they will say, Woe to us! We were indeed heedless of this. Nay, we were wrongdoers.
إنكم وما تعبدون من دون الله حصب جهنم أنتم لها واردون.
They will be told, Verily, you and the gods you worship beside Allah are the fuel of hell. All of you are bound to arrive there.
لو كان هؤلاء آلهة ما وردوها وكل فيها خالدون.
Had these indeed been gods, they would not have gone there. But as it is, all of you shall ever abide in it.
لهم فيها زفير وهم فيها لا يسمعون.
There they shall groan with anguish, and the din and noise in hell will not let them hear anything.
إن الذين سبقت لهم منا الحسنى أولئك عنها مبعدون.
But for those whom we had decided to favor with good reward, they shall be kept far removed from hell.
لا يسمعون حسيسها وهم فيما اشتهت أنفسهم خالدون.
They shall not hear even a whisper of it, and they shall live forever in the delights which they had desired.
لا يحزنهم الفزع الأكبر وتتلقاهم الملائكة هذا يومكم الذي كنتم توعدون.
The hour of the great terror shall not grieve them, and the angels shall receive them, saying, This is your day which you had been promised.
يوم نطوي السماء كطي السجل للكتب كما بدأنا أول خلق نعيده وعدا علينا إنا كنا فاعلين.
On that day we shall roll up the heavens like a scroll for writing. Even as we originated the creation first, so we shall repeat it. This is a promise binding on us, and so we shall do.
وَلَقَدْ كَتَبْنَا فِي الزَّبُورِ مِن بَعْدِ الذِّكْرِ أَنَّ الْأَرْضَ يَرِثُهَا عِبَادِيَ الصَّالِحُونَ.
Surely we wrote in the Psalms after the exhortation that the earth shall be inherited by my righteous servants.
إِنَّ فِي هَذَا لَبَلَاغًا لِقَوْمٍ عَابِدِينَ.
Herein surely is a message for those devoted to worship.
وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ.
We have sent you forth as nothing but mercy to people of the whole world.
قُلْ إِنَّمَا يُوحَى إِلَيَّ أَنَّمَا إِلَٰهُكُمْ إِلَٰهٌ وَاحِدٌ فَهَلْ أَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ.
Say, it is revealed to me that your God is only one God. Will you then submit to him?
فَإِن تَوَلَّوْا فَقُلْ آذَنْتُكُمْ عَلَى سَوَاءٍ وَإِنْ أَدْرِي أَقَرِيبٌ أَمْ بَعِيدٌ مَا تُوعَدُونَ.
If they turn away, say to them, I have warned you all alike, and I cannot say whether what you have been promised is near or distant.
إِنَّهُ يَعْلَمُ الْجَهْرَ مِنَ الْقَوْلِ وَيَعْلَمُ مَا تَكْتُمُونَ.
Indeed, he knows what you say loudly and what you hide.
وإن أدري لعله فتنة لكم ومتاع إلى حين.
I think that this reprieve is possibly a trial for you, an opportunity to enjoy yourselves until an appointed time.
قال رب احكم بالحق وربنا الرحمن المستعان على ما تصفون.
The messenger said, My Lord, judge with truth. Our compassionate Lord alone is our support against your blasphemous utterances.